Hello addicts, welcome back to the American Girl Addiction. Here we have another item from the American Girl Disney collaboration. I got this a while back, but I'm just now getting around to opening it, so I figured I'd let you guys see my thoughts. First off, I do think, and I've thought this since they first released this, that it feels a little too pretty for her work dress. I get that they only want to have really pretty dresses in the line, but I have a more faithful Etsy version, so I kind of have mixed feelings on this. But anyway, let's get the dress out first. Yeah, so the material is very nice. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So the sleeves are made out of this kind of silky material. And this vest part is velvet. I kind of wish it was separate so it would allow to be combined with other pieces and layered, but it's whatever. And then this is, I don't know if you can hear it. It's kind of weird. So very interesting fabric combination they have here. And then the apron is this very thin satin. I like the little patch there. That's a nice touch. That kind of takes away from the beauty of the dress in a good way. You get this and this hair bow and these shoes right here. And then we have the mice. Let me see if I can get them open. Jacques and Gus Gus. Let's see here. Alright, while I fiddle with these, I guess I'll say yeah. So, I still kind of stand by what I said. I feel like this is a bit unrealistic. In a way, it kind of echoes my thoughts on the Cinderella not live action, oh my gosh. The Cinderella, doll. If you've seen that video, these should go up the same day, even though they were filmed months apart. Okay, hold on. I'll finish my thought before I get to Gus Gus there. Basically, I feel like they're kind of doing this weird blend where with some items, they're being very faithful to the movie design. And then with other items, they're taking a lot of liberties. And I think so far I've preferred ones like Jasmine, where it's a much more faithful reenactment. But I kind of understand, with kids and whatever, you have to do changes. So now we have the mice here. And what's interesting is that their clothes are plastic. I don't know if you can hear that. But they're this weird, velvety material. Kind of like her corset bodice thing. So that's kind of interesting that some parts are velvet and some are plastic. So it's not really movable. You can move them a little bit, to turn his hand there, you can kind of move around a little bit, but not too much. If you play too hard, they will break. So it's, again, kind of an interesting combination of materials there. But yeah, so I'm glad I had this, but I'm also glad I got it. I can't remember if I got it on sale or if I used reward points or what, but don't know that it's worth the $50 they charge for it, but I do think it's a nice thing to have, especially if you really like Cinderella. I do just in terms of Cinderella, I prefer the live action versions of all her dresses. The animated dress versus the live action dress, I prefer the live action dress. Her work dress, I like that the live action one is blue. So I guess that kind of carries over in terms of the doll versions, where I prefer the Etsy version of her ball gown that I have, and I wish they had an Etsy or eBay version, a fan-made version of her work dress from the live action movie. I have one from the animated ones. Now I have two versions, but yeah, sorry, not trying to be negative. It's a very pretty dress. It doesn't scream Cinderella at me, but I definitely see myself using it, and I'm glad they came out with more outfits. That was disappointing with the collector dolls, and even Rapunzel, where they don't really have much in the way of other outfits. So I'm glad Cinderella had a more full collection. She kind of has a better collection than Kaya or some of the historicals right now in some regards. So yeah, those are basically my thoughts.